StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between PtitDrogo and Elazer on Frost, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is PtitDrogo, hailing from France and from my insanity. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Elazer from Poland and crud. What team is he on right now? I wish they would have tags here, then I could just read it instead of having to remember who everybody's team is at the moment. Elazer, StarCraft. I want to say Euronics, but that doesn't seem right. True Esport. Dang it. True Esport is Elazer. So a ZVP for you guys here from Dreamhack Montreal. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. And let's go ahead and get right on into it. A hatch first here from Elazer, followed up by what I assume is an extractor and a spawning pool. Unless it's going 3 hash before pool, which would be not very risky on this map, just because it's a 4-player map. PtitDrogo is probe scouting, but he goes to the wrong place first, which you have a 2/3 chance of doing. And yeah, extractor spawning pool. Elazer is going safe with this. A gateway into a Nexus. Gateway assimilator Nexus, to be very particular for those Protoss who want to follow the pros' build orders. And a cyber core as soon as PtitDrogo has enough money for it. Bam, look at that timing. Look at that timing for PtitDrogo. What a great player he is. So darn good. Elazer as well. No slouch himself. He has some good wins on my channel against Protoss, against other Zerg, against Terrans. He is very good at macro, is what I've noticed. He's good at getting big old stinking armies up. Sometimes decision-making isn't the greatest, and PtitDrogo can kind of struggle in the late game as well. So we'll have to see how this works out between these two players. Spawning pool is complete. Is there enough for speed? Not yet. Not quite yet. Definitely getting some queens here. A queen in production. And as soon as 100 Vespian gas shows up, there's that speed from Elazer. All right, so speedling's going to be the order of the day. Probe from PtitDrogo did scout out where the opponent is. And currently, unfortunately for Elazer, he's sending overlords to the wrong places. But again, by process of elimination, he will know where PtitDrogo is currently. Taking a third base here is Elazer. Sometimes it's down here where you'll see it on this map. But I guess it makes sense. I don't know. I think it's more of a direct route to defend it if it's right there. And you don't have to worry about high ground attacks from over on this direction. It's just, I guess this is a good place to take your third base. I'm not going to complain too much about that. Or at all. To be honest with you, what is that going to be? Stargate opener out of PtitDrogo. Could be an Oracle, could be some Phoenix. So I'll have to keep an eye on that, see what is happening. Queen laying down a creep tumor. That is a positioning that tells me she wants to lay down a creep tumor so bad. Here comes an adept for PtitDrogo. Down to the bottom right side of the map here, trying to see what it can see. Does scout out the third and its location. Good job, adept. Queen immediately getting shots off on that adept. Sonic transferring her way on into the base. The Ling's going to follow this shade. And where is it going to finish? No, cancels the psionic transfer. Just gets out. Just scouts in, sees the extractor, sees the spawning pool, sees there's not a roach warren yet. So that's a good scout. It is a great scout by PtitDrogo, and the adept decides to head on back home using psionic transfer to get there. It's a little bit faster than if you just walk your way there. And a probe might be looking to take a third base. Wow. Yeah, PtitDrogo saving up those minerals. Going to get up to 400 here in just a second. And bam, there's that third base from PtitDrogo. Keep it up with Elazer in that macro style. 35 to 33 total harvesters in favor of PtitDrogo right now. Small advantage, as we usually see in the early game between Protoss and Zerg. But as soon as that third base gets up and these queen injects start happening, I mean, she just played a creep tumor, so she can't inject right now. As soon as that happens, then you'll start seeing Elazer start making 9, 10, 11 drones at a time, and that greatly helps out in the macro side of things. Ling's holding the zone like a watchtower in the middle of the map. Overlords just scouted the main and the natural of PtitDrogo. Did see the Stargate, which, I mean, not a huge surprise, but here comes the Oracle. And there are Spore Crawlers on the way, but they're not ready yet. Queens, great positioning on those Queens by Elazer. No workers at the third. Oh, shoot. Yes, there are. Oh, but he saves both of them. Elazer saves both. Wow, by making one into a Spore Crawler and actually kills the Spore Crawler, the Oracle does. You forget how much DPS these things have. I mean, it doesn't actually say how fast and hard it hits, but it hits really hard. He killed a constructing building with that. Wow, so Spore Crawler in that mineral line in the main base, in the natural here as well. Ling's here trying to harass at the third base of PtitDrogo, but Photon Overcharge chases them away. Mothership Core has set up shop there. Oracle chilling right next to an Overlord, so Elazer knows exactly when it's coming in and where it's coming from. Can it get any kills from transferring drones, possibly? Again, Spore Crawler Queen is enough to chase the Oracle away. It can't prevent kills, as it erroneously gets a shot off on that spawning pool in the main base, but it can actually limit the number of kills the Oracle can get. So 1 kill for the Oracle, not the greatest thing in the whole world. A Void Ray from PtitDrogo. I mean, he's not sky tossing it because he does have a robotics facility. What does he have right now? He has the Oracle, a Void Ray, and 3 Adepts. Is all he has. But again, Elazer doesn't have much either. He's got 21 Lings and 3 Banelings. See what I mean here? Oracle does get a kill, but gets chased away. So you can't prevent drone kills with just this setup of 1 Spore Crawler and 1 Queen, but you can keep it from getting to 6 or 7 or 8 workers, which is a bad place to be. Drop Lord morphing in. Where are we drop lording? Here. And some Banelings too. So trying some Baneling rain, although this Void Ray is going to scout this out immediately. Run, Banelings, run. Get inside the Overlord, I guess, and then run. I don't know. Is the Overlord fast enough to get out of here? It doesn't look like it is. Move speed 3.15. I think that's faster than a Speed Lord, than a fast Overlord. But maybe with good angles, you can get out of the range. Oh, the Void Ray doesn't see it. Oh, he escaped. Elazer's Overlord escaped. Nicely done there. 4th base up for Elazer now. This is some good macro style. 58 to 61 workers. PtitDrogo looking great. Revelation being tossed down on this base. I don't know why exactly. I mean, I guess you can see the Evolution Chamber coming up. +1 melee attack as well for Elazer is being researched. So trying to hold this middle game with Lings and Banelings. And then I think we're going to make a push for Ultras at some point. I mean, that's +2 melee attack. That's an Infestation Pit. Going for a quick hive. Here is Elazer. So I think he might be going for Ultras. It's just against Immortals. It's difficult. Difficult to pull off. Ling's just harassing a little bit, then backing on out. I feel like a Ling attack here and a Baneling drop there would have been great. Some multi-pronged harass, but unfortunately for PtitDrogo, or for Elazer, that got sniffed out by this Void Ray and shut it down immediately. But coming in now here to this base at the 3rd. Oh, great pull by PtitDrogo, getting those probes out of there immediately. Elazer doesn't even bother dropping at that point. A couple drones have died again, I assume to Oracles, because that's what the Oracle does. Yep, has 4 kills now. Ling's here just trying to find a way to attack, but there are now photon cannons coming up. Static defense out of PtitDrogo on this 3rd base, recognizing how open it is, how open the airspace is, and that drops might be a continued problem, possibly mutas. So, hey, cannons are pretty good. Oracle swinging back on in to this 4th base. Queen's trying to shut off, and they might be able to kill it, but it is taking some workers with them. 2 more kills on that Oracle, and is not dead yet. Queens don't want to extend past the creep, throwing some creep tumors up on this high ground so they can chase the Oracle faster next time. The thing is, PtitDrogo's doing work, but he's only killed 5 drones, and he's essentially left Elazer alone other than that. See, it's 75 to 68 workers. Like I said, Elazer left alone. Some Ling harass there. Some attempted Baneling rain. Woo! Getting some big hits there. 11 probe kills. It's now 56 to 78 total workers. Elazer, great drop. Ling's here trying to harass this potential 4th of PtitDrogo, but Zealots and Archons show up, and those guys do a great job against Lings. Absolutely murder them with wild and reckless abandon. Overlord is still here over the natural base of PtitDrogo, but the Void Ray shows up and clears that guy out. Void Ray now has 3 total kills. Void Ray, or Oracle down here on the creep, closer to Elazer's base, throws down Revelation on some of the Ravagers. Actually, a lot of the Ravagers, little pink triangles over their heads. So it's a Ling Bane Ravager play. Hive is just about to complete for Elazer. Warp Prism on the way too for PtitDrogo. And again, with the upgrades, I just have to imagine this is going to be Ultra. There are 2 Immortals right now. I don't see PtitDrogo showing any signs of working on getting more of those at the moment. But Ling's greatly threatening this 4th base, trying to get the pylons first, but the Archons show up, and the Lings immediately scatter. Some of them split, trying to go for this natural base. The others split off into Nowheresville. Nothing they can harass. Adept holding the line here at the natural. More Adepts, Zealots actually getting warped, and the Lings decide to stop trying. A big attack of Lings and Ravagers and Banelings going for it at this 3rd base. Corrosive Bile landing, almost killing the Void Ray. Can't get it. Can't get it. 3 kills on that Void Ray. So Zealot, Archon, Immortal, Void Ray is what we're looking at right now for PtitDrogo. Ling harass here up at the 4th base, killing so many more probes. Hold position on these guys, doing a great job of it. Zealot going to clear them out. 2 Zealots taking care of them very easily, but still 4 probes killed there. 77 to 59 total Harvesters, and the Zerg players looking good. Going Greater Spire and Ultralisk Den. Holy shmoly, that is gutsy. But again, if you've been largely left alone for this long, then do it. Do it, man. Archons with +1 attack, +2 attack coming up here. No shield upgrades quite yet. Zealot warping inside the main base, doing a lot of work. Ling's coming up and try to deal with those suckers. Meanwhile, another Zealot warping here at the 4th base. No static defense as far as Spine Crawler. Oh, there are some Spine Crawlers, but they aren't done yet. Not done yet. And a recall back home. PtitDrogo was forced to recall back to his 3rd base, but these Zealots still going to town. Spine Crawlers trying to kill them at 3 spines. Seems like enough. Actually, the Queen stays alive. Warp Prism picks him up, shunts them over into the main base. So we maybe get some more warpins and more destruction here. 16 drone kills. Wow, 16 is a lot. It's now 68 to 64. PtitDrogo throws his own haymaker back at Elazer, says no. Nope, I'm not losing this game. If I'm going to lose it, I'm going to take you with me. I'm not sure that actually makes any sense. Lings, +2/+1, working on +2 Carapace, just about to complete. +3 melee attack being researched. Corruptors on the way. Broodlords are going to be the thing. Big old Zealot cadre showing up at this 5th base. For Elazer, should take it down very quickly. +2 attack as completed. And indeed, just dies immediately there. Wow, that's a lot of Zealots. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 Zealots took that hatch down in about 4 seconds. The first Broodlords are coming in. PtitDrogo's not spending his money. Production tab seems largely blank right now. And he's going for a Mothership. Mothership warping. All right. This could be good. Big old Ling surround on these Zealots. The upgrades are better on the Lings, and they severely outnumber the Zealots. They take them down no problem. Gonna go up and try to harass this 4th base, but there are about 18 Archons here waiting in this narrow path. And the Lings immediately retreat. Great reaction time out of Elazer. Banelings crashing onto Immortals and Archons. Not looking good. Over 400 APM for Elazer, 300 for PtitDrogo. These guys are playing fast and strong. Broodlords trying to come up. Broodlords with Banelings and Ravagers. Interesting composition. You don't see this a lot. Another warping of Zealots, though, inside the main base. The Queen's trying to run for it. Going after drones here. A Ling attack here at the 4th, trying to kill these pylons. Both players losing workers right now. The Greater Spire is taken down by the Zealots inside the main. Ling's trying to clean this thing out. The entire army coming back to deal with these guys. I'm not sure if that's entirely necessary. Lings get chased away from the 3rd after killing 6 probes. And then a last-second warping of a Zealot here at the natural base, preventing any more probe kills at the natural. The Warp Prism does manage to escape. Corruptors are chasing it, but 4.13 move speed on that and 4.13. Same move speed. Can't do it. And Ravagers finally cleaning out the Zealots in the main, but that is 14 probe kill or drone kills. It's 35 to 27 workers lost. Elazer has lost more, but it's barely up 70 to 69 workers. Warp Prism didn't keep running and actually might die to this Queen, depending on the upgrades on the Queen, which are not great, admittedly. But the Warp Prism lives. PtitDrogo really wanted to keep that thing. Really did. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 base versus 4 base. PtitDrogo doing very well for himself with this harassment. He hasn't really won a major engagement, but it looks like he's going for one now. He's got a Mothership. He have Archons. He's got Tempest. Tempests were created by David Kim to kill Broodlords. That's exactly what they're for. The Oracle finally gets taken down in the middle of the map at the Zelnaga Watchtower. A Ling harass run by. Oh boy, Ling's right here at the 4th base. +3 attack means they are going to town on this base. 15 probe kills. Killing everything here. Finally escaping as the Archon army shows up. Zealots getting rid of this attempted 5th base by Elazer. Again, cancel it. Elazer does get the cancel here in the bottom left side of the map and retaking the one that was killed in the top right. Just kind of double expanding maybe to try to throw the Zealots off their game, but that's a lot of dead probes right now. Oops. Why is he killing his own cannon? That was weird. He killed both. PtitDrogo killed both the cannons behind his mineral line at his 3rd base. I'm not sure why he would do that. Chitinous plating on the way. Ultra is on the way. Remaking the Greater Spire is PtitDrogo. That takes a long time. You got to make the Spire, then the Greater Spire. Pushing onto the creep is PtitDrogo. His very first attack, major attack of this entire game. Lings again going after the 3rd. There isn't a warping of Zealots trying to deal with this, but I don't think it's actually going to be enough. As some Ravagers showing up to assist as well. The Lings making quick work of those cannons, as they do when their upgrades are good. Corrosive Biles landing and taking out a pylon. There's the warp back home, the recall from PtitDrogo. That is exactly what Elazer needs to do here. Another Zealot warping, another huge Zealot warping inside the main base. You have got to kill this Warp Prism. It is murdering you, Elazer. Great positioning by the Zealots in the main, but Banelings crashing in and taking them out very easily. Corruptors finally get rid of that Warp Prism. The 5th base is up for Elazer at 69 to 48. Total Harvesters, additional static defense here at the 4th. The main, I feel like, should get some spines, but Elazer shows no signs of doing that. So Broodlord, Ultra, Ling Baneling, Ravager is what we're looking at. Are these fully upgraded? No. +3 Ground Carapace is being researched. The Ultras don't have full upgrades yet. Not quite yet. And a single Adept here harassing at the 5th base gets surrounded by Lings and murdered after taking out a couple drones. Not huge numbers, though. PtitDrogo defending this 3rd with everything he's got. Some Lings show up and say, oh, that's where the army is. That is where they are. Run, run. Elazer coming down. Can't quite decide where he wants to attack. I suppose you attack where PtitDrogo's army is not, because his is scary, man. His is a scary army. Still no armor upgrades. Still no shield upgrades. He went purely for attack upgrades, both for his air and for his ground, which seems odd. Army out of position for Elazer in the bottom left, while PtitDrogo comes in with 100 Archons. Tempests, Immortals. Okay, he has 17 Archons. That's a lot of Archons. The 5th base dies in about half a second or two. Some static defense is attempting to come up here, but the Archons want to make quick work of that. And moving right on in here is Elazer to the 3rd base. He's going to take this out pretty darn easily. I mean, leaving some units behind to clear out the workers. A couple Archons get caught in transit, and Ultras take them down. And here comes PtitDrogo. Is this going to be our big battle right now? I don't know. It's going to be, yes, he's moving right on in. Some storms. I didn't realize there were storms feedbacks on the Vipers. The Corruptors are getting evaporated here. Oh, no, they didn't take out anything there. All that's left here is the Broodlords, which are trying to get rid of the Archons while the Tempests shell them from a distance. The Immortals clearing down Broodlings, which is kind of fun for them to do. And wow, PtitDrogo won that battle handily. Handily. I mean, let's see here. Resources lost here. Yeah, 27,000 versus 19,000. PtitDrogo has lost way less, and that's it. A good game, well played. Actually, just good game from Elazer. Elazer is defeated, and PtitDrogo is victorious. So well done there, indeed. By PtitDrogo, was patient, did such great harassment. Took out that 5th base. That was a huge deal by Elazer. Killed a lot of drones. 45 drones killed. He lost 66 probes of his own, but when you win a big battle that decisively, it just doesn't matter anymore. It just doesn't matter. 8 Archons were left, 8 Tempests, 4 Immortals, and a Mothership versus 18 Lings, 5 Corruptors, and a Viper. Like, that was it for Elazer. Didn't have anything left whatsoever. His economy was not as healthy as he would have liked it to be because this base was gone. So harassment great throughout this game on both sides, but one big, huge meeting right here. Elazer thought he had it, but the storms, which I did not see coming. I honestly did not see storms in that production tab. And PtitDrogo gets rid of the Corruptors. The Archons murder them from the ground with the upgrades that they have. And PtitDrogo takes the win. So well done to our French player. And that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin, coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.